Hello, welcome to a Flosstube Extra. Miss Turtle here. Today we are going to be framing a cross stitch. This is my very first cross stitch project that I have ever finished, and I started it just a couple weeks ago and it's already done. And I wish that had happened with any of my other projects from the past, but they were all really big. So I have a frame that I found at Michael's, and I thought it went really well with this fabric. Let's take that red line out of here. Really well with that fabric. So I've removed the glass already, and I've cut out a piece of foam board, and I sort of, I guess, braid down the edges a little bit because there's not a lot of space back here in this frame. So I think with those tamped down a little bit and then the fabric folded over, I'm really hoping there's going to be enough room, because right now it just barely closes these things. And I know you can put like a piece of paper in here instead and put hanging stuff and all that, but this piece is so small that I think it's going to be better to leave this part so that it can be put up. So anyway, the first thing I already did, which was to cut out the foam core board and make sure it fit. I actually cut it a tiny bit smaller, about a millimeter smaller on each side than the actual frame. And I'm hoping that's enough to be able to get this guy in here. Now, I do have fray check with me, and I've got sequin pins, which I'm going to use to pin. I watched a tutorial on YouTube, so I'm going to use sequin pins to pin the cross stitch to the board. I've got some scissors. I've got some tape to be able to stick this onto. This is wash away. I mean, technically this is not going to be washed, but I'm not 100% sure. I think this will be okay. Once I use the fray check, I'm going to have to take a little break anyway. I'll see if I can find something else in the stash that might work better. So what I need to do first is trim this piece. Okay. So I think where I had it folded is actually going to be the right spot to cut it. I want to be able to use this side for something eventually. So let's cut this. Ooh. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so there's that bit done, and we'll work on centering it in a bit. And I wanted to cut the selvage edge off, but I think I'm going to leave it on for now, just in case. But down here, I can probably cut off about that much. Oh, went a little lopsided. Oh well. Okay, so let me, before we do anything else, let's use some fray check. Let me get something to put under the fabric. So let's fray check this up. All right, let's do this. Oh wow. Oh, that's a lot coming out. Okay. Okay, fray check. And I believe I'm supposed to let this dry for about 15 minutes. This stuff smells funny. I'm probably putting way too much on here, but you know what? I don't know how to finish that sentence. So I've been working now on a second gift, also a cross stitch gift. I'm also working on some diamond painting gifts. I've got one of those complete. I'm going hot and heavy with Christmas this year, making stuff, which is why I'm doing it now because, well, let's be honest. But I am concerned about the cross stitch that I'm working on, the second gift cross stitch that I'm working on, because it is much bigger. It is about 10,000 stitches, just shy of 10,000 stitches. And it is for someone who has lived with crafters most of his life. So if I even just showed him the incomplete project, but showed him that it's in progress, I think he'd be understanding of it. I know he'd be understanding of it. So I'm not terribly concerned about that, but it'd be nice to have it finished. So yeah, I definitely put way too much on because I don't remember the stuff seeping in this far, but that's okay. That's all going to be behind the thing. So this is more just to, oh, I put way too much. Well, it's going to be super sealed in. It's a little bit better on this side, but all right. So let's let this dry for 15 minutes. I will be back and we'll see how we go from there. All right, we're back. Hopefully my camera did not move around too much. My camera's my phone, so I took it with me. And this feels pretty dry. It's been a little bit over 15 minutes. I got distracted with something. So let's get rid of that. Here's how our piece is looking. It does feel a little bit stiffer on the edges there, which is good. And let's see now. Oh, let me just trim off the little bit right here. Not that it makes that much of a difference because it's going to be hidden away, but it's a gift. You can put in some extra effort on a gift. So, first thing we want to do is get this kind of centered up on here. I mean, eyeballing it, that looks right to me. Let me just try taping it down and then we'll fold it over. Not taping it down, pinning it down. Okay. Hmm. On there. Actually, let's do a couple. So I've been thinking about what to do with my birthday is in October, and I've been thinking about whether or not I should do a birthday start. And I've got so many projects kitted up, and also projects on the go, or like that are already active and being stitched on. Whips, that's the word. And so I've been wondering about that, and I've also been thinking about restarting a particular project. So I was thinking, instead of doing a new start for my birthday, I was thinking I might do a restart for my birthday. So it's not like I have to get up something new necessarily. But at the same time, I'm not happy with, well, I'll talk about it separately if I decide to do it. Okay, I'm not even sure if this is straight on actually, but let's see, we'll find out once we fold this over. Okay, you know what? I was trying to put in as few pins as possible, but this is just. Hmm. This feels much like I was expecting this to feel flimsy when I saw the tutorial. It does not feel flimsy. So that's a nice surprise. And I'm not even pushing the pins all the way in because I'm going to have to take them out, I'm sure, to adjust and stuff. Mm-hmm. We tried a new nail salon. I've got these weird, I'm calling them bubble butt nails. They've got this really weird, like they didn't file them enough at that end. So it looks like, I don't know. And Miss Toad's manicure was really bad too. It started chipping within 2 hours, and she's not one to like wash dishes. Like her job around the house is to empty a clean dishwasher, and I load the dirty dishwasher or the dirty dishes into the dishwasher. So she's not like got her hands in water and stuff. So there's just no reason her manicure should have started chipping in 2 hours, and mine just turned out terrible. We're not going back to that place. Well, I thought that would help, but I'm trying not to tape it until. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Oh, I'm gonna have to push the pins in so it'll fit. Okay. Actually, is that right? Did I seriously eyeball that correctly? No way. I mean, even on the camera, it looks. Well, I'm awesome. Clearly. Um, Let me hang on a second. So, yeah, I tried putting it at a distance and it looked correct. So I think we're good. So I think what I'm going to do is tape all the edges down, and hopefully that'll also help pull the fabric a little bit. So I've got the Wonder tape and I've got this crafter's tape. Wait, okay, this is a scrap piece of the foam board because I've had trouble with this stuff in the past. Of course, it's working perfectly now. Okay, nice and sticky. Okay, so there's that versus. Oh, these nails. I'm so used to having sharp nails, and these are like I said, they're bubbly. We're not from that one. Goodness, how much pack? That man. I don't have sharp nails. I can't get into this. This is turtle proof. Oh, here we go. I've got the scrap piece of this thing over here. I probably should have left some room to test this thing out too. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Stick that onto that. In a minute. Okay. Goodness. Okay, so if we apply it like that, I do like that it's skinnier than the other tape. I don't know if you can, if it's coming through, it might be too shiny. Okay, so if we try sticking it on here, that's good and sticky and repositionable. That's also good and sticky and repositionable. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. In that case, we're going to go with the skinny one because, now that thing is getting stuck on everything. Because some of these edges are actually shorter. I did not think about the amount of room I'd need for the lip of the thing. So I'm going to actually take the pins out of this spot so that it can stretch from the other pins. Goodness. Okay, stop whining. Oh, yeah, okay. So let's take some of this tape. Okay. That. All right. Well, that's not very fray checky there, fray check. Okay, let's make sure I did not mess it up over here. Nope, it looks fine. Do I even need to do the pins all around them? I think I should, just in case. least put a few pins in. Yeah, no, let's do that. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. I got up to do something else, and then I was like, what am I? Okay. Am I in frame? Yes, I am. Oh, goodness. So I'm putting them in about every inch, and I'm pushing them down. It is actually easier to push the pins in when you've got the board up at the right angle to be able to do this. Okay, why are you not going all of a sudden? Okay, there we go. Another one right about there. Okay. A couple more on this side. Okay, and one more. Okay, make sure everything's pushed in. Is it looking good? It is looking good. Okay, let's do this side then. I'm gonna first take these pins out. Okay. Let's do the tape. Still in frame, yay. Okay. So I've started watching a new to me Flosstube channel called the Sloppy Stitchin' Sisters. And they've been doing Flosstubes. I think they've got about 5 episodes out, 4 or 5 episodes out. And they're hilarious. It's 2 sisters who do it. And I'm sure if you're watching me, you're probably watching them. But in case you're not, I highly recommend looking them up. It's 2 sisters, and they're so hysterical together. It kind of makes me wish I could get Miss Toad back into stitching, but even if I could, she would not. She would not do a Flosstube with me. But it makes me wish. It makes me wish that we could do that together. They are absolutely hilarious. Yeah, that'll come out when I pull down here. So I was like, oh, should I have ironed that before? But no, I think I'll be able to pull that. Okay. I didn't even wash this. I was so nervous to do anything with it except to frame it because I didn't want to have to restitch it just in case something happened to it. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, the Sloppy Stitchin' Sisters. It's Shay and Tasha, and they've got a few other sisters who are not into stitching, despite their best efforts, which they talk about. But the fact that 2 of them are doing it together, I think, is already a amazing thing, and makes me wish that I could get Miss Toad to stitch with me. and do a floss tube with me, not just stitch with me, but also to do a floss tube with me. But she won't. I know her. She won't. She's very supportive of me. Don't get me wrong, and she'll happily, not turn on the TV when I'm recording if I'm recording while she's home. I try not to, but if I am, she won't turn on the TV or anything like that. But she's like, no, that's your thing. That's what she would say. Oh my goodness. This is actually going really well. Oh, I'm going to have to take a pair of tweezers to get some of this stuff off of there. Well, I'm sure on closer examination there's going to be doggy hair on here as well. But, I'm sure my mom will be happy to receive part of her grandbabies, furry grandbabies on there. Okay, so what do I do about the corners? Do I do this and fold it over and do that? Or do I do this and then this? I feel like this would be less bulky probably. Let's do this. Since this is repositionable, I'm just going to put some tape on, try to do that. And if it does not work out, then we can always remove it. And try something else. Boy, these scissors apparently need to be sharpened. Okay. That over as well. Okay. All right, let's see if this will work in the frame. Okay, and then where's the backing? Oh, that is much thicker than I had anticipated. Oh no! Can I even get the edges in? Oh, okay. All right, even if I can get those two edges in, I think this. All right, we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Should I trim some of this fabric off? Problem is the bulk is like right here, and I don't want to cut that close. Like even if I were to get rid of some of this stuff right here. Let's try the other side without the selvage edge, because the selvage edge obviously is a little bit thicker. Okay. Let's put you over here. I just realized I'm mentioning the sloppy stitching stitchers while I'm doing framing. That was not a subtle dig at all. In case they ever watch it, I apologize. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch their very first Flosstube. Oh my goodness. Ugh, maybe I should have ironed that. Ugh, too late now. Obviously, I have to go back and pin those two sides. I'm not done yet, but I just want to see if I need to trim that selvage edge or not. Mhm. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Well, that's good news at least that the corners are not so terribly thick that. And maybe I can just do this. Oh, I need my fabric scissors. This is going to make a mess. Okay. Maybe I can just do this. Just to take that bulk out in that corner. I think that might be good enough. All right, let's pin this up. Ooh, I'm getting an extra close view. Do you see that little, I guess that's a little bruise. Yeah, that was from the manicure. I'm telling you, they did not do a good job. And the nail tech seemed quite experienced. And we gave them really good tips. I don't know. Maybe they were just having an off day. But I just know we're not going back there. The reason we tried this new salon is one, it's closer to our place, and to the nail salon that we typically go to, which it's not like we do this like all the time. We go to get our nails done maybe once every 6 months as a nice little treat. But the place that we usually go to, it's so busy. It's busy for a reason. They're very good. But it's always so busy. So we were hoping, one, because this is closer, and two, because it's not nearly as busy, that we might like it. And it's actually the same owners too. So you would think, and like the furniture on the inside is very similar. In fact, this place is newer. I really expected the service to be similar. But I mean, it's just such a big difference. And it was two different nail techs. The one who did my nails is not the same nail tech as the one who did Miss Toad's nails. And both sets of nails turned out kind of trashy. So I don't know. I do not know. I will say, though, I do like the dip powder. This is the dip powder manicure. I do like how strong it makes my nails because, I mean, if something looks at my nails funny, they break off. Very fragile nails. So this has made my nails super strong. It might also be because I use my nails for everything, as we have seen, since I have not had nail edges to take care of stuff here, and how much I've struggled as a result of that. So, okay, let's see here. Okay, so this is the top edge now. Oh, yeah, we can tell from the selvage. So this is going to go down here. It's going to go like that. Okay, I am noticing first that this is sitting much higher because of that selvage edge. Even though I took the bulk out of the corners, there's still too much bulk. So before we try to struggle with any of the other bits of it, let's just take this out. Might just be this part actually. Okay. I'm just trying to cut as little of it as possible. Actually, that does seem to have worked. Now, if I could just get... Okay, let's start with these edges first. Ha ha! Oh, yes. Okay, let's push that guy. That's not gonna work. What am I doing? Okay. Okay. That one's in. All right, now the hardest one. I'm gonna stand up. I got it. Yay! Oh. So then she can stand it up like this. And, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I have one Christmas this year. My sisters and I cooperate. Oh my gosh. For a second there, I thought that was not straight. It is straight. Oh my god. Every year there's a competition between siblings as to who's going to win Christmas. And I texted my sisters and I said, y'all can stop trying. I've already won Christmas this year. And then I sent them a picture of this. And I just got one little text message back that said, you stink. I won Christmas. I'll win Christmas twice over if I can get the other one finished too. But we shall see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this extra, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.